And welcome to another episode of Live Teacher. For all your digital resources, check out travelingtechteacher.com. Also brought to you by thebullyexposed.com, a 501c3 nonprofit organization geared at helping survivors of bullying, so let them help you. Well, ask me anything. And I did want to let you guys know, I know, we're supposed to have author Drew Young in the house today, but somehow his family has contracted COVID, and we thought we would be able to get on today with him because only his daughter is showing symptoms, but now he's starting to show symptoms. The family here at thebullyexposed.com wish him and his family a quick recovery so he can come on the show and tell us all about his great book that he wrote. And I believe one that he's currently writing. So we do apologize. This is the second time that we have canceled this interview with Drew Young, and we do apologize. So we're doing the show Ask Me Anything. So whether you're watching this live or the recorded version, you can ask a question. Okay? A lot of you ask me all the time, well, I missed the show and I can't ask you a question. No. If you're watching the recorded version of the show, guys, don't worry. Just go right in there and ask the question on whatever topic it may be on, whether it's the topic we're currently talking about or it's a totally different one. Doesn't matter, guys. Ask your questions. That's what we're here to do. So today is Ask Me Anything. So if you're watching this in the recorded version, please don't forget to smash the heart. Don't forget to like, and please share with someone who you think might benefit from anything that we talk about. But more importantly, you can write in your questions in the comment section, right down there in the comment section, even after this has been recorded. Well, what I'm going to talk about one time on this Sunday evening for me, probably Sunday afternoon for you guys, is where we live and the type of house that we live in. We cannot drive in to our driveway. We have to back into our driveway because if we do not back into our driveway, then it takes two people for us to get out of our driveway. One person stopping traffic and the other person driving away. Whereas if we back into our driveway, one person can get out of the driveway much easier and much safer. But the things that happen, and let me say this right away, because a lot of when I talked about this subject, that we should talk about this subject, a lot of the people that help us said, well, are you going to put down the Italian people? No, we're not going to put down the Italian people, because this isn't an Italian thing. This is a people thing. As for you, the animated's for you. Thank you for joining the show. Ask anything you want. So, yes, this is not an Italian thing. This is not something just Italian people do. This is something that us as humans do. This is what this is. And what it is that while we're backing into our driveway, of course, we're stopping traffic on both sides of the street. We're stopping traffic. How are you today? Everything going well? If you have a question, smash that question mark and ask the question. Thank you for joining us. So while we're trying to back in our car, all we get are people honking their horns at us. And it's really ridiculous because most of the people up there have driveways that you have to back in because the houses are the driveways are very tiny. You can't. Most people do not have driveways that they can turn their cars around. They have one driveway. One way driveways. It's either in or it's either out. So people honk their horns and they curse at us every time we're backing in our car into the driveway. And it reminds me, let me say this first. If I was to follow that person to their house, I'm willing to bet that you would find that they also have a situation where they have to back into their driveway, or they have a situation where they have to, someone has to be inconvenienced for them to be able to do whatever it is they have to do. So what does that say about them, right? What does that say if it's a couple of seconds that we stop traffic to back in to our driveway? If that's really worth the cursing and the honking of the horn and to getting upset for what, like 3 seconds that we delayed you, what does that say about you? What does that say about a person that is willing to do that? And it reminds me when I was a letter carrier with the United States Postal Service. So we have this position, okay, in the Postal Service where it's sort of like a manager in training. Somebody might be a letter carrier one day and then the next day they are the manager, or supervisor. They're the supervisor of the post office that day. Not the post office, but that particular station, I should say. And I can remember one time, and this happened several times, but I can remember this one particular time where this supervisor, he was working on Saturday, the slowest day of the week for mail, and he needed extra time to finish the route. If you're a mailman, and let me try to explain this real quickly to you guys. If you're a mailman and you think that your route is going to take you longer than 8 hours to do, you put in a request for that time, for that time. So he put in a request of an hour. Okay. And when he put in the request for the hour, it was given to him. And the next time when he was the supervisor on Monday, when there's a lot more mail, I had that route that day. And when I requested, I think I requested 45 minutes, he refused to give me the 45 minutes. And then I said to him, you were on this route on Saturday. It's the slowest day of the month. The slowest day of the week. I'm on the busiest day of the week, and I'm asking for less time than you, and you're denying it. And it was his response was that I that's not my job. I'm not a carrier today. I'm a supervisor. So in other words, it doesn't affect him. It doesn't affect him. And that's the same attitude that I feel that these people have, honking their horn and cursing at us while we're backing into the driveway. That, hey, haven't you been in a situation where you delayed traffic for a while in order to get something done? Yeah. But that's not my concern right now. My concern is that you're delaying me. See, people can't put themselves in your shoes. People can't think about other people other than themselves. That's the problem, I think, with a lot of society nowadays. We need to understand, oh yeah, this guy's delaying me. And yeah, I may be in a little bit of a rush, but I've been in his shoes. So I understand. It's like when I see someone reaching into their pocket and they pull something out, and maybe a bunch of change will fall out, right? And the change is scattering everywhere and people are helping them get the change up. We've all been there, right? So we can't sit there and say, "Oh, what a jerk." Even if we've never been in that situation where, we dropped a bunch of coins on the floor and they go everywhere. Even if we've never been there, we should still be able to. It's not empathize, but we should be able to. No, it is empathy. No, it's sympathize with people. Lolette Brown, thank you for joining the show. If you have a question, smash that question mark. Lolette, thank you for smashing the heart. If you're watching this in the recorded or live version, please smash that heart. Thank you, Miss Brown. So it just really shocks me how we have these attitudes that when we're in situations where we're inconveniencing people for a short moment, that we can't turn around and empathize or sympathize, depending on what kind of situation you're in, with that person. And say, oh, yeah, I understand. Yeah, and, like I said, yeah, they're delaying me, but I've been there and I have to back into my driveway too. So I totally understand. No, they just say, you're inconveniencing me, get the hell out of the way, basically. And that's really sad. It's really sad that that's how we are. But that's how we are. So if you're going around, driving your car maybe, someone's backing in, or if you're just in a situation where that you've been in before, have some sympathy or empathy, whichever one applies, and don't harass the people that might be inconveniencing you. It's not the way we should act. We're put on this earth to nourish the plants, nourish the live animals, and to nourish ourselves. And we need to do more of that, I think. Because unfortunately, we don't. So that's going to do it for me on this episode of Live Feed with your host, Richard Santiago. Remember, if you're watching this episode in the recorded version and you say, man, I wish I saw this live because I wanted to ask a question, ask it now. Put it in the comments below. Share this with someone that you think can benefit from this. And let me say one more thing. That's why we have to learn to those kind of people you're not going to win. You're not going to win with. They're always going to be right. You're never going to win. And those are the people we just have to say, okay, see you, dude, and just walk the other direction. You're going that way, I'm going to go this way. Later. And leave it at that. So Live Feed is brought to you by thebullyexposed.com, a 501c3 nonprofit organization geared at helping survivors of bullying, so let them help you. Also brought to you by Traveling Tech Teacher. For all your digital resources, check out travelingtechteacher.com. Remember, anyone can wear the crown. Anyone can be a hero. So be kind to one another and have a great day. Bye.